Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the 3200 podcast. And this is our NFL
Review show.
awesome review show. So, this NFL week was nuts, absolutely nuts, man. We've got some big games to talk about, we've got some injuries to talk about, and some other stuff. Injuries first, man. It's big injury, man. And I don't know if you saw that one, man. But big injury with your boy. I always talk about, man, Super Mario, man. Arizona, Arizona took a big loss this week, man, and not just on the scoreboard, but they lost their starting quarterback, Murray, to a crazy injury. Looks like he might be out from the rest of the year, man. Did y'all see that injury?
Yeah, he got a torn ACL.
Torn ACL from tripping over his shoestrings, man. It was crazy.
He was.
What do y'all think, man? It was a freak incident.
I don't know, man. It was bound to happen. Kyler was hurt in college. You know what I mean? He'll play hurt. A bunch of games he'll play hurt. So, although that trip might have been the last thing, the last straw, he could have been. That's just. I don't, and that's the thing with him. I couldn't tell in college. I don't know, man. That's crazy. Because I don't think Kyler got hurt. Kyler was fine.
He stayed healthy.
Yeah. So that was really weird. I don't know, man.
I don't know, because I know I think that's becoming more frequent now in the NFL, and they blaming it on the turf and stuff like that. I know Arizona is like one of the very few stadiums that still has like natural grass.
Yeah.
So it's been issues with the turf, and I think I don't know that NFL is working on going back to all grass. They need to, because playing on turf is like playing on carpet, and that crap is horrible. You can tie your knee up real easy. But him tripping on the shoestring, man, he got to learn how to tie his shoes.
I'm just allegedly. I don't know what he tripped on, but he just kind of like within 40. I think it was like 40-something seconds. The game had started, and he was running in the open field with nobody around him. He just fell. It was just nuts.
Yeah, man, his foot may got caught in the grass somewhere.
Yeah,
it happened to me because I tore mine, but I don't know.
Crazy. So we'll send out prayers to Kyler and his family, man, and then Arizona still put up a good fight, man. They almost won the game, man. Almost had an upset. So we'll see how they back up do the rest of this year.
Yeah, Colt McCoy looked all right.
Yeah, Colt McCoy. He looked all right, man. And then we had some injuries on my team, man. And we'll talk about this game, man. Let me tell you.
Talk about it, man.
It was very upsetting, but we still won. We still showed y'all that we was resilient.
Dude.
Look, let me tell you, hold on. Let me get my piece out before y'all get.
Yeah, let him talk first.
Yeah, okay.
Let me get mine out first, man, because I know y'all about to say this and that, man. And he goes, the Texans Cowboys are inconsistent. Like, no team in the NFL is consistent, man. We're just one of them. And sometimes we have bad games. But we're not having a bad season. We're 10-3. Dak showed us something that we hadn't seen all year. We seen Dak come back and from 98 yards put together a drive that won his team the Texas Bowl. Yes, we are Texas Bowl champions of Texas, man. I'm just going to put that out there. But this is a piece that pisses me off more. Because Tom Brady has done this 1,000 times. They've been losing to teams they shouldn't be losing to. I can tell you when he was with New England, they always used to lose to Miami, or they always be down against Miami. When Miami had one of the worst records in the NFL, they'd be down, and Tom would come back from beginning, and everybody be like, oh, praise Tom. He's such a handsome, great player. He's the GOAT and all of that stuff. And my boy does the exact same thing. He's having a rough game, but he overcame that rough patch, led his team 98 yards down the field on a beautiful drive, mistake-free drive, and over to beat the Texans. Yeah, we were supposed to kill the Texans, but we made some mistakes. The Texans capitalized on those mistakes. I give the Texans offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator some kudos. They gave us some very different looks that nobody's given us before. They played around with some stuff that they weren't even doing the rest of this year. So that was some great planning on their behalf, but you didn't plan enough because my Dallas Cowboys said, look here, you think you got it? Okay, we still in there. We still in there. Look, I told y'all last week, I said Dak could throw 4 interceptions and we would still win the game. So even with all of his mistakes, we still won the game. Defense need to step up a little bit, but we won, and that's all that matters. Next game, let's see what's up,
Want to go,
Jacksonville.
Leo?
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. I don't know. You gonna need a drug. You gonna need a drug test tomorrow because that was crazy. Let's keep it real. Number one, I'm not gonna blame Dak. Actually, the people who I blame on the Dallas Cowboy teams is actually the defense. I feel like y'all defense was at the strip club. Uh, I don't know, out with their kids. It was a family day or something. The defense did not, to
Man,
me,
I seen them at the Freedmans with us, man. They were
yeah, defense did not show up. I don't feel like that was more so Dak. Dak, Dak played Dak to me, mediocre. Um, so that's on y'all part. I think the main thing was I think y'all really didn't take Houston serious at all. And I think the tomfoolery that Houston was doing on the defense or whatever was just offense or whatever. It was just confusing to y'all, and it wasn't nothing too big because Houston doesn't really have the power to do those certain things. It was just I really think you guys did not take them serious at all. And I'm not going to shout out the offensive coordinator because that fool was the reason why y'all won the game at the end. You third and inches, and you going to tell the quarter what did they have the quarterback do, Chris? Did they call like a pass play or something like
You talking about Houston or Dallas?
Houston? That last play when it was right there on third
Oh,
down,
I
and
was
then
getting ready. I think it's. I don't know if it was the third or fourth down.
it was
I was
third.
getting
They
ready to
did a
go in
third,
that to the
and they
next.
went for the fourth. And that's what I was about to talk about after that. But that third down, they did some kind of weird play where
Yeah, it
all
looked like
you
he
had
was
to really do,
freestyling out there.
yeah, all you had to do. I mean, it was third and inches. Like if you cough hard, you would have been over the line, and they didn't do that. They tried some kind of little tricky,
Yeah,
and
he
it
tried to
didn't
run on
work.
the outside.
Yeah, yeah, run on the outside. That was what they did, and it was like, what are you doing? Um, And then after that, fourth down, they're going to go for it instead of kicking the ball, because them kicking the ball would at least, kicked off a little bit of time or whatever. I'm not saying Dak might not have pulled it out at the end. He might have still pulled it out at the end, but that was just a dumb play. Those two plays at the end was just dumb plays that that gave y'all what y'all needed at the end. It was just dumb. You should have went for the safe route. Everybody knew what you was going to do. I mean, tell the truth, right? Because all your friends in there, they heart was in the seats
It was
right
in the
there when
shaking
Houston
boy.
was third and inches, and they
hey,
was getting ready to play that play because everybody was like, "You going to do a quarterback sneak?
Mm-hmm.
We ain't going to be able to stop that because you are too close." It was too close. But what did they do? Try to run on the
They
outside?
were trying to go on the outside.
Dumb as heck. Dumb as heck.
oh,
So I salute y'all. Y'all won, but I really think you guys did not take them seriously. I think Houston led through most of the game. Um,
Yeah, right after before halftime.
yeah, I don't think y'all guys took them seriously. I don't know where your defense was at. I expected your offense to I expected Dak to be Dak. Dak had a couple of ones that probably would have been interceptions too, except for Houston just wasn't good enough. A couple other balls I was thrown out there. Um, but I feel like your defense wasn't there. I don't feel like it was Dak. I feel like Dak played Dak. His defense didn't show up at all. I was very surprised by how few times Parsons was actually in there. It was really weird,
Mhm.
man. He was just stopped. Quite a few plays, he's just was like just standing there. You know where he's usually aggressive and go in. He was not. He was not. It was really weird, really weird. I laughed through the whole game though. I laughed even at the end when Houston did that dumb play. I laughed at that. But third and fourth, I was like, you just messed it up on third down. Just kick the doggone ball, and you're going to go for it. I was like, this is dumb. And then at the end, when you guys, you guys went on the inside, I was like, that's what you get. You know, it was a lot of that's what you get in this game.
Look, it's
Yeah,
Christmas
man.
giving.
I'm
Yes.
gonna blame. I'm gonna blame Houston. Whoever the offense coordinator is in Houston and Lovie Smith, he got a part to do with it because you the head coach. You can overturn the call. I don't blame him, for going for it on that fourth down because, like you said, it's fourth and inches. Y'all was gonna probably get it with a quarterback keep or draw. You run it behind the center,
Yeah.
but to call that play and run it on the outside, I'm like, you trying to lose?
Yeah, because he did
I'm
it again, didn't he?
Yeah, he did it
Almost.
twice.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like
the
you
fourth down he
saw
ran
it
with
didn't
Driscoll.
work.
Yeah, you running with the quarterback and you go outside. So I'm looking, I was like, okay, they didn't get the touchdown after third down. I was like, okay, they either kick field goal, therefore you go up 6 and then you still kind of got the momentum on your side still because Dallas still got to go drive the ball, down the field to go score. You at least try to force them to score. But then you call that dumb, I'm trying not to curse, that dumb play call and running on the outside and not get it. I say, yeah, y'all not trying to win. So somebody in Houston need to be fired. I can't say Lovie Smith because Lovie doing the best he can. Whoever your offense coordinator is needs to be fired. Because Dak threw that interception, gave y'all that great field position.
Mm-hmm.
You could take a high school team out there with that and they can go score. Houston, I don't know what their problem was, And then number 5, that cornerback, he could have had an interception. It's like, oh, I don't want it, But I'm gonna blame Houston, pretty much Lovie Smith and their offense coordinator for that loss.
Man, I don't understand why y'all blaming them, man. That is the best Houston has looked all year. I think the coordinators did their job. How it was executed might have been a little bit different, but I mean that was the best Houston looked all year long. I think they did a good job, man. You gotta give them their kudos, man.
They always play Dallas hard every time they play them.
But the best you can look all year long. All you have to do is finish. You right there and just had a finish.
Yes.
That was just inches. That was not even a whole yard. That was inches. If the quarterback too scared to run behind the center, throw like the running back. You know what I mean? Throw a trick play like that where the running back is playing
And have him
quarterback.
jump
And
over
once
everybody.
he hike the ball and he just go. You know what I mean? Somebody, you could throw a lineman behind the center and just go because it wasn't that far. It was straight up inches. One footstep would have got him where he needed to be.
Yeah, Houston didn't want to win that game.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Houston goes on next week to face Kansas City. They play in Houston. Dallas plays Jacksonville next week. So those would be two.
Let's see if Dallas
don't let
takes
Jacksonville It'll upset y'all now.
I think that was a good thing about that game being as close as it is. I think we're a little bit more woke. You know what I mean? We're a little bit more woke now. I think we'll be ready for that.
You think y'all would have learned that in the first quarter, though?
Now the first quarter we're looking good. Other than the fumble, I think we were in the lead on the first quarter. It's 10-7. Next week, man, they also got another big game, man. I want to talk about that one, man. We got Miami going to Buffalo, man. That ought to be a good one.
I picked Buffalo.
Yeah, I did too.
Everybody think y'all lost faith. Everybody was on the tour train and waddling and everything. What happened, man? Y'all gave up on them?
Man, it ain't that. I don't trust that offensive line Miami got because the way Tua been getting hit, he ain't gonna make it too much longer. I mean, you already got the man concussed, almost got him paralyzed. I think the week after he took another bad hit, almost tore his ACL. I just don't trust that offensive line.
Mm-hmm. And I just like to correct you. It was 10-7 in the first quarter. Houston.
That's still close.
Yeah, then it was 16-10 because I was at concession stand in the second quarter when they scored their last touchdown.
Final score is what matters.
That's true. That's true. Y'all won.
We won 10-3. That's all that matters. Oh man. So next week should be pretty good, man. Check out the bottom screen. We're still playing our Pick'em challenge. So let's get an update on our Pick'em challenge here. Last week, man, we had 2 ties, 2 winners and 2 losers there, man. Last week, me and Chris scored 7. Leo and Jonathan had 6. So in standings, that puts Jonathan still in the lead with 85. I'm in second with 82. Chris is in third with 79. And Leo and Joe is sitting in the back end singing 69 was a very good year. He's sitting at 69.
I don't want to win no more games. Nah, I like that number.
Let me tell you.
69 was a very good year.
You would have 79 if you would have just picked the Dallas Cowboys 10 times.
Yeah, I've been smart, so hey.
I do not care about that. I'm not picking them Cowboys at all.
That's our Pick'em challenge. Let us know in the comments, man, who you're picking, who we got it wrong on. MVPs. Now, I didn't watch a lot of football because me and Chris were after the game. We were on the road. But I'll give you my offensive player first. We'll start with offense.
Yes.
And I'm almost ashamed to say this, but I give him a hard time, man. I give him a hard time. I'm going to roll with Baker Mayfield for my offensive MVP, man. He came in, learned the offense in a couple of days, and ended up leading them to a winning drive. The winning drive at the end of the game on Thursday night. Surprised the heck out of me. I know he's going to look like trash next week, but he's got this one win. So Baker Mayfield is my Week 14 MVP. Chris, who you got for your offensive MVP?
Man, since we didn't get to, like you say, we on the road coming back. So the only game we got to see was Dallas game. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it. I want to give it to Poulard, but it's kind of hard because he didn't get a lot of carries, which he should have. I guess I give it to Zeke for the game-winning touchdown he scored for y'all. So I'm gonna give it to Ezekiel Elliott.
All right. Chris going with Zeke, man. He did the fake jump in the bucket, but I was there. I was excited to see him jump in the bucket. He faked it off, man. He kind of made me angry about it.
He on that fine. That's what it was.
Leo, which Dallas Cowboy are you going to pick for your MVP?
The Houston offensive coordinator. He helped y'all get that win. He's the MVP.
Yeah, he did. Gave y'all the momentum back and everything because they had the momentum from the second quarter all the way through.
Yeah, he helped y'all out. So I'm going way to help Dallas out. I
Oh,
don't know, man, about the Zeke thing. I feel like they was kept pressuring. I feel like you said, I felt Pollard uh should have got that, but they just kept giving it to Zeke.
Hmm.
Just because they wanted to give it to Zeke. You know what I mean? I feel like I don't know. It was really weird.
Yeah, my thing too is Houston too, man. Like it's like every series, offensive series, they switching quarterbacks. So you never giving a quarterback a chance to get into a rhythm
Nah,
until
that
he finally
actually
did it.
worked. That actually worked. I think that played a little bit on the defense for Dallas too.
Mm,
It actually worked. It gave them different looks, um, and I don't feel like neither one of them dudes are really you know what I mean, the
nah.
person. But maybe them when they let their powers combine.
all they really ran was just the Florida Gators when Tebow was there. Driscoll come in,
That's it.
run, and then Mills in. It's a pass. That's
Because I
all.
mean, that's what the Saints do too with Taysom Hill when they not using him at wide receiver, tight end, or whatever.
Yeah. So
Mm.
we were the first ones to look at it on this game. But when they play Kansas City, I mean, the tape's gonna tell them like, okay, if
Yeah.
Driscoll's he's gonna run.
Like I said, I didn't feel like
Yeah,
Houston was that very effective. I felt like it was more Dallas defense than Houston as far as that being effective.
yeah.
I just feel like I don't know, man. Maybe y'all was being too cautious. If y'all was being cautious, I feel like y'all was being too cautious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Houston.
I just think too that's gonna add a little bit pressure on Mike McCarthy because the game was too close in Jerry's eyes. It's too close.
And
You're supposed to blow
everybody's
them out.
eyes was too close.
All right. So let's talk defensive MVP, man. Defensive MVP for Week 14, man. Who do y'all got? Who you got? Let's start with Chris. You got a defense?
Uh, I really don't. I was hoping to see a lot more out of Michael Parsons this weekend because that's really who I was, wanting to give it to this weekend, but I really don't have one.
All right, man. I'm going with San Francisco defense, man. Uh, their defense scored a touchdown, and they only allowed one touchdown, man. They're one of the toughest defenses in there. San Francisco with their third string quarterback going against Tom Brady, and to hold them down like that, big
That's
up
the
on them,
MVP.
big up on them, man. So, Tom Brady, defense.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch my offensive MVP from Zeke to Purdy, man. I forgot all about that game because he did real well. Say a third string, and that's like his first start.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I think they're gonna juice him up, man. He's gonna look like trash next week too. Why?
yeah, I just hope they don't pump his head up.
Yeah, they're already pumping his head up, man. Like you beat Tom Brady in front of 80 people in his family.
Yeah, then they put his family way in the nosebleeds. I'm like, this is disrespectful. So I got a question. So, okay, the Jets quarterback, they down there with their third string. Was it Mike White?
hmm
What y'all think about? Because apparently he had to leave the game like 3 times because he had bruised ribs. You leave the first time. I think he came back like 2 plays later, got hit again, had to go back out for his ribs. Like it happened like 3 or 4 times in the game. So, like, at what point are you gonna hold your coaching staff and medical staff that get paid top dollar accountable? Because this man could have died or probably had a punctured lung.
That's hard.
Because if it's me, if I'm the player and I go out with some ribs like
You
that, I'm
can't
not getting
you
back in
can't
this
go in.
game.
You can't go in.
Yeah,
Um, it still also falls on the player
right.
on some part too. Um, and man, I'm like, I don't know. You gotta have the sense too to know your line.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you're a quarterback, to know your lines. Like, hey man, if my offensive line isn't that tough, ain't no reason for me being tough.
Yeah, you trying to sit out there and prove a point that you tough or something like, dude, you end up
Because I
just trying
want
to
to get
die.
hit again. If I got a real good offensive line, then I might run out there again because I can trust those guys and I know even hurt, I can still, I won't get touched.
Right.
You know, so you gotta know your team and everything else. There's being tough, and there's a time when to sit down.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So Ike, I see you pick not Buffalo, Baltimore to win their game.
Yeah.
You know that backup got hurt too. He in concussion protocol.
What?
It doesn't matter.
I don't even know who their third string quarterback is.
I picked them too, but I didn't know the quarterback got hurt.
Yeah, I saw that this morning on Sports Center.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, man. It's still gonna be.
I don't know.
You didn't ask me my defense, but I picked the 49ers like you pretty much for the same reason. I feel like they held Brady, got the touchdown. They was talking about the young guy. He hypes up the team. The team really likes him. He from the interview I heard, he sounded really humble and everything. He was like, you know, I'm playing with all these greats and these vets. He was pretty much like, I'm just happy being here and enjoying myself, trying to do the best I can. So he sounded like a good kid. We'll see if this week they'll figure out his flaws or whatever and see how he takes adversity.
Yep. So that's what's up. Make sure you go ahead, smash that like, share, and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time on the 3200 NFL show.
Peace.
Laugh, have a good time till your side hurting. 3200, but you already know this. You know it. Couple of brothers hard working and focused. Let's go. Intellectual, entertaining for sure.